Sassy Saddles did nothing wrong.
Clearly. So, how the fuck did I used to intro this show?
This should be the intro, is you forgetting how to intro the show since it's been so long.
Yeah. I think that kind of is how it's going to work out. Just, fuck if I know. So yeah, this is That Pony Show, the weekly show where we take a look at the latest episode of My Little Pony, and we talk about it, and we do the thingamajigger, we talk the talk, ponies.
Sometimes weekly.
Sometimes weekly.
Where we kind of pretend like we actually know what we're talking about, and like we actually deserve to be in the analysis community.
When we try to bump arms
so
with
it's no different from Euroc Sucks in general.
Yeah. Hey, but at least with Euroc Sucks, no one's invading on our turf.
Yeah, and we're not doing the invading of other people's turfs.
What do you talk about? We own the turf.
Come on.
The thing that's different, though, about That Pony Show is that we don't try to pretend like we're analyzing or even really reviewing. We just talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. We don't pretend like we know what we're talking about like everyone else who talks about the show does.
Yeah. Wait. Sure. Anyway, before we go
Shots fired.
Wait, that was an insult. I can't be behind an insult. That may hurt my fame.
Oh, yeah, sure. Anyway,
all those horse credits.
My name is Mummified Thunderbirds. This week on That Pony Show, I am joined by...
Commander Sparkle.
Meddy Bobo.
For fuck's
Smooth
sake.
sailing.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking rave, guys.
God damn it. Fucking hell. Can I not record? Can nobody just let me record something? Jesus. Anyway.
You're really quiet. Or maybe it's me.
I'm really quiet?
I don't know. Can somebody else talk?
Not quiet on my end.
Okay, now it's my thing. 1 second. Never mind.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, this show is falling apart already.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Let's just kill ourselves.
Just like this episode.
I really like this episode, actually.
I really like this episode, too.
I liked it as well.
I definitely wasn't feeling it.
You weren't really feeling it,
guys.
What?
Spoilers. You can't tell you how you felt about the episode before we
Shut
get
up,
to the
Fag
end.
Lord. Move on.
Are you back to normal now, Commander?
Yes, I said I was like, oh my god.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, in this episode we have a nice little introduction where Rarity talks about how she's patiently waiting for this letter, but turns out Pinkie Pie has fucked it all up anyway.
I have no idea what happened here, because I was on the phone with the bank at this time.
Yeah, it was like, what? Why? Wait, huh? So, Pinkie's the reason because she gave her the mail carrier, whatever, like some stupid...
I have these cupcakes that are really, really bad. But I keep on eating them.
Because they're
Just like the Phantom.
Oddly accurate description there, Mitty.
Hey, Seal eats watermelon
Comparison?
and cries, but does not stop eating watermelon.
Yeah. This intro felt very season 2 or early season 1 for me.
Except for the facial expressions, felt very season 5.
Yeah. But
Seriously, season 5 facial expressions.
they're pretty fun.
This is an interesting concept of an episode, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Something that they've been wanting to touch on forever now.
Yeah, they're actually doing things that are like main things that like the characters had as like goals.
Hey, too bad the gold blew up in her fucking face and she wasn't ready to run a big business anyways.
Well, she was. It's just the fact that she had management that wasn't true to her actual ideas or goals.
Ideals.
Yeah, guess what? That's what happens when you run multiple shops.
She's running one shop and then another shop that's completely separate. It's going perfectly fine.
Multiple shops.
No, I mean, it's only one shop that's going bad because she's there. And not...
Yeah, one shop that's going bad because she's there, and the other shop that isn't doing anything at all because she's not there.
So yeah, it can't go bad if there's nothing going on. Hell, it's probably losing sales.
Temporarily closed for...
Honestly, not losing
development.
sales because no one ever goes there anyways unless it's plot convenience.
Yeah, right? Something that I noticed about this episode was that there's a lot of really good background ponies in this episode. Like, there's a lot of good-looking ponies.
Yeah, like all of them made... Well, most
Well,
of them,
there
a lot
wasn't-
of them.
There was a bad...
There were a lot of new ones, and, like, all of them were unicorns. And I saw somewhere that, like, why was, like, everyone unicorns? Shouldn't, like, that's totally racist. No,
and then you're like,
everyone in
Canterlot,
Canterlot is unicorns. Seriously, there aren't Pegasi and Earth Ponies in Canterlot.
Yeah.
That's the society that Canterlot is.
There were... Yeah.
Yeah.
Also...
It's like
called
every
narrative
time we go to
consistency.
Every time we go to Canterlot, it's a big slap in the face that, like, oh yeah, everyone here is uptight douchebags.
Twilight was barely in this episode, but Tara Strong still got a big paycheck. For her Raven.
Yeah, seriously. I'm glad it was so blatant that everyone else realized it also, but man. Like, when I said, oh hey look, it's Raven.
Are these still on sale?
Are they still on sale?
Well, I'm pretty sure I checked credits, and the Goth Moon pony wasn't Tara. I'm pretty
Was
sure
it
it was
not?
Andrea Libman.
If
I
that's...
doubt that, honestly. That
pretty
sounded...
sure.
if
Then
that's-
she has a really good Raven impression, and Tara should be worried. Also Tara.
Shit. That's fucked. Okay. Back on. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, no, damn it. I'm pretty sure that it was, fucking... Oh, shit, what was it?
Andrea
It was
Libman.
Andrea
You
Libman.
just said her name.
I'm sorry, but my computer started fucking up, and I needed to pay attention to that for a second. I apologize. But no, it was Andrea Libman in the credits. I mean, pretty
Okay.
sure. I'll look it up. Keep talking, and I'll prove my point right later.
Well, and the other one was also super
you
adorable.
won't.
The polar opposite of Raven Pony.
Yeah.
I
It's
like
actually
her.
quite nice.
I want a spin-off of those two now. And I want it not to suck, so...
I wish this episode was from their perspective, and it wasn't at all this episode. And
I hope
in fact,
they're-
it had nothing to do with any of the main six at all in the slightest, and it was just an adventure of these two ponies.
I hope they are best friends. I hope that we get more of them in the future, because I want them to be the next main characters.
We know nothing about them.
Listen, we know that they have these distinct generic personalities.
We know nothing about them. Still more interesting than the main six.
But they have the polar opposite personalities. They play off each other very well, and that's the type of stuff I like.
I like how they kind of made it out for Rarity to get all this inspiration from, like, the actual Canterlot locations and whatnot. I really like the dresses that they ended up.
I hate
know.
the fucking princess dress. I feel like the Celestia dress was way better designed and was the most interesting of the group.
You were pointing them out to me, like, as we were seeing them. I forgot them the instant they weren't on screen anymore.
You know what one I did forget about until now? The water one.
I remember all of their existences. I just can't remember what they look like.
I am right. Andrea Libman as Pinkie Pie, Fluttershy, and Goth Pony. Tara Strong as Twilight Sparkle.
She's only credited as Twilight Sparkle ever. Also Tara Strong.
Tara, whatever. Fuck off. Anyway, I love the... I don't know where I was going with that. I was about to...
I don't know.
But,
I need to transition off because I said something douchey.
Anyways,
so
where
I
was
really
Coco
like
Pamel?
Sassy. You know what? That was actually my go-to thing. I was like, well, she's in Canterlot. Why doesn't she just have Coco, like, help
Run the shop.
thing?
You know, that character that you inspired to become an artist, or become a better seamstress.
You know,
Yeah.
the person you actually hired.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't
How-
hire. She gave the job to somebody else, and maybe she's just busy doing, like, something else.
Then
with-
say something about that.
Did they have
A
to,
simple letter would have been easy. Oh, well, I got this letter from Coco. I guess I'll have to fire someone else.
or something that's like, it was a shame that I couldn't hire Coco. She's still off with Henny in the Hills. She's moving on to a second show after that as well. She's done quite well. So I had to look for something local. Someone local. So you get
Something.
Sassy Saddle. Something. Somebody. Some person pony.
Without anything, you have... I would rather have something than nothing.
Yeah. But
Sometimes I'd rather have nothing, but this time I'd rather have something.
Sassy Saddles was quite fun.
She was the best. She did nothing wrong at all.
Yeah, she did nothing wrong except for all of those things that she was.
Except for she did nothing
stepping
wrong.
out of line.
Except for she was trying to run a business.
In all actuality, she probably was completely justified in her right, because Rarity, being the owner and manager of the store, should have sat there and been like, hey, no, this is my shop, this is how I want you to run it. Yes, your ideas are good, but we're going to go with this other way, and I find that we are going to be more
Rarity,
successful with
she's
this
your employee. Put your fucking foot down.
Huff. By the way, that reporter guy, he's so amazing. He's so excited for all the different things that Rarity's got going on.
Also,
That was so wonderful.
also Cosmo. Rarity, I didn't know you liked shitty magazines.
Oh shit.
Oh, hashtag burn. But it's just like, I loved how she got along with that one, like, reporter dude pony, because it was just like, they got each other, and it was just like, oh yes,
God.
it's this thing. And it's like,
Honestly, he was like one of my more forgettable segments of that episode, and yet everybody likes him for some reason.
yeah, he didn't really add anything, but definitely filled the time that he was in. But still, a really fun character.
Can I just point out that when Verity like mentions the dress and what she called it and stuff, the Twilight one, I think.
Staying.
Whatever it was called, like literally as soon as she said that, the two of them connected on what it meant, and then Sassy was like, "No, people won't get it." No.
Yeah, which is, in her defense, is like, okay, yeah, he works in fashion, so maybe he would get it because
What-
he
what?
is.
Yeah, she's thinking of the average pony, not the
Yeah.
fucking fashion magazine guy.
Why?
Yeah. Which makes sense.
Hey, guess what? I can talk about symbolism and fucking everything. Guess what most people won't realize?
She also said that it's too difficult to explain, and it takes like 5 words, like princess stained glass window. Not even 5 words.
Also, stained glass window, in comparison to the ability to raise the sun, the ability to raise the moon, and the flowing of water inside Canterlot Kingdom, stained glass window kind of seems like the shittiest main piece. I still submit the Celestia dress needed to be the main piece. It was the most entertaining of them all. And the Twilight one was garbage.
No, the Twilight one was forced to be the main one because
Of course it was going to be the main...
No, because Twilight all of the sudden is the most popular princess, even though
Yeah!
no one cared.
Precious thing.
About
Yeah,
her at all
fuck
in the
that as
slightest.
well. Fuck that. Listen, it's so odd now that everyone's like, "Oh, Princess Twilight," when
Yeah,
like
she's everyone's favorite now, but back in season 4, no one even cared.
yeah, it's kind of annoying.
I don't like it.
I mean, like everyone's like, "Oh, well, I mean, you shouldn't complain. I mean, this is what you wanted, isn't it?" Yeah, I wanted this earlier.
I mean,
Now
guess,
it just seems out of character.
I mean, I guess it still kind of fits with Canterlot and sort of ish because man, Canterlot is technically where she originated from.
It's true.
So they would probably care more than what the hell Manhattan would.
And everyone's a dick in Manhattan. That's what I gathered.
Sorry,
They
you
aren't
just don't know how
douchebags in
to.
Canterlot.
They are, but
It's
Literally,
a mixed
like-
bunch.
Literally, it's like, are prissy rich people more of a dick than people who are from New York?
they're more pretentious. Yes.
Yeah, and guess what? New Yorkers are angry because that's just how New Yorkers are. Hey, fuck you, give me your sandwich.
Yeah, if you want, like I've heard actual things about if you want to do New York accents, you will lose points if you aren't yelling all of them.
Exactly. New Yorkers are usually always angry, but hey, things get done.
Speaking of things getting done, a song was done this episode. And there's a lot. Just go with it. Just roll with the transition. It worked in my head. And a lot of people were, well, for rightful reasons, comparing this Rarity song with Art of the Dress. And
Yeah.
I was like,
I mean, it basically served the same purpose for
Yeah.
for a giant portion of it.
it's like
Oh man, I'm making dresses. All of the sudden, things going wrong, and it's not going as I
Oh,
would
man.
want it to be.
Being successful
Sniffle.
in business and having only one person doing the job seems to be quite difficult.
Yeah. It's like, okay, we all kind of saw this coming. But it was a great little bit of montage, able to, like, show what Rarity is having to go through and what Sassy's been doing to her shop, essentially putting all of the other dresses on hold while she
It's because no one cares about them.
Well, no, nobody cares about them because Sassy keeps pushing all of the other ones off to the side and pushes the princess dress.
Well,
yeah, it's literally
Because
is her marketing strategy.
because
Literally her
everyone
marketing
cares
strategy.
about the princess dress.
everyone cares about the princess in the dress, and since she wore it, everyone wants it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So guess what?
They
Twilight
don't
didn't wear...
even care about the dress. You see? They don't even care about the dresses. They're only getting sales because of the princess. So
I mean,
technically, that is the best business strategy.
If Celestia
it's
showed
harder.
up, and wore her dress, maybe that would have been the main dress that everyone wanted.
Exactly.
Because it's not the person.
Although
it's
technically
not...
no, because she's not the most popular princess.
Shut the fuck up, Smooth. I want the Celestia dress to be remembered.
It's
Well-
not going to be, even though Celestia is infinitely more important than Twilight is.
Well,
And she doesn't even do anything.
But still, it still shows the fact that
Strawberry
everyone-
Lemonade wore it, so I'm happy.
Strawberry Lemonade?
That's
Is that
not her
the-
official name.
I know it's not her official name, but that's the name
The super
I
happy
like.
pony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The opposite to the Raven pony.
Yes. Goth pony.
It's Raven.
Who voiced her?
Andrew.
I don't even remember.
Oh, you
No,
fucking
no.
idiot!
No, Lemon.
Oh my goodness.
Mark Zuckerberg. I do not know. I didn't really bother looking up a lot of the characters in this episode because I kind of
Oh, you don't want to do the voice
There are
actor thing
only
again?
two anyone even cares
That
about.
gimmick is already dead.
3 or 4. There were
You've
3 or 4.
already...
Anyway.
Fucking, we
moving
need a
on.
gravestone for that gimmick. Died before its time.
So speaking of really nice characters design and whatnot in this episode, I really I just got to the part in the actual episode that I'm sitting here watching off to the side where that red-haired Hot Pepper Gaming pony came up, the one that had the 2 chilies on her flank, and the whole oh, I tried something new or different. No, I don't like it. Fuck off. And it's all right, thanks, asshole.
So it seems like they don't even care about the artist who's making it. It's all about that one dress because that one princess wore it that one time.
Exactly.
Because that's the entire marketing plan.
Yeah.
So, in a sense,
So she's selling a lot of dresses that way, and
Yeah.
it's effective.
And
Welcome
that's
to
not
Canterlot. Rarity isn't used to marketing in Canterlot. That's marketing in Canterlot, apparently.
Stick moving Canterlot, that's what it is. But it's just interesting how it's okay, well, since everybody else just wants this one dress, she's finally fine, I'll just fucking make the one goddamn dress and make them as quickly and happy as possible because fuck you, that's why. Nobody cares about my other shit, so you know what? This is killing me on the inside.
being a professional artist kind of sucks.
Yep.
Unless you draw porn. Then it sucks even worse, but you make more money.
Yep.
It's true.
So,
And if you're a
Randy
fetish
ended
artist,
up finishing the 200 orders for the dress, and then she's like, oh, yes, great, fantastic, I'm real fucking happy about this. And suddenly, Sassy Sal's comes in and goes oh, well, since it came out in this one magazine that this one person was wearing, or showing off this dress, and blah, 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 now we have 100 more orders. And I'm just sitting here thinking, it's wouldn't it be better to, limit the number of orders that are going out and then charge a premium for this dress?
Instead, I was thinking, wouldn't it be better if we put on some sort of fucking slave labor? Or, not slave labor, we should get a glue factory going on. Instead
Assembly
of
line, which is what the Sassy then suggests, but the whole thing about Rarity's dresses being
No!
high
They need to be
quality-
natural!
Well, yeah, because there's actually a difference in
Because
quality.
people care about... Oh, wait, no, they don't care about the person making the dress or the dress itself. They just care about having the name brand dress. And if you put it on an assembly line, you would make more money.
Yeah,
I mean-
That's not the point of what she wants.
well,
then-
it's also the fact
But-
that she wants
and-
her high quality stuff to still work and to be
No, what she wants is for her name to be the most popular name. She wants people to come to her for her name dresses, not come to her because she made the dress that Twilight wore.
Yeah, she wants them to come to her for her dresses, or her name being on the dress. And she wants her name dresses to be high quality and no one to be like, well, this is a ratty piece of shit, when it's something that she worked very hard at creating and, like, designing. So
but when she worked very hard at creating a new version of the dress, they're like, I don't want that ratty piece of shit. That's not what I wanted.
Well, yeah, because...
So she didn't win either way.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate that that's the way it happens. But now she's actually... Because that's the kind of crowd she was then catering to. The stuck-up rich people... Or not, sorry, not rich, but the stuck-up, one-minded individuals who only wanted that one item and were drawn in by, like...
it's a social status thing.
Exactly, it's a social status thing.
It's a trend. She was trending.
Yeah,
that's the entirety of that thing.
While all the other ponies that came in later are, like, looking for those fun, individual, unique things that actually speak to them. It's like the difference of...
Except for Sea Swirl. Sea Swirl saw one dress, she liked it, then she looked at the price and immediately regretted all of her life.
Oh, yeah, of course. But
just like, put that tag down, go away, go. Never mind.
She actually did that. That was the best part.
I know, I saw the GIF you posted.
It's so good, I love it.
And I like the comparison that this is sort of like people who buy like AAA games and wait in line for like Call of Duty and whatnot are just like, yeah, fucking Call of Duty, let's do this shit. And then, compared to people who are like super into like little tiny indie games,
things that are actually good.
Yeah. No, not all indie games are good.
I know, but
specifically indie games can be shit. At least Call of Duty works on release.
And then...
Even then, it's still a bit iffy.
Yeah, it's kind of...
Hey, listen, there's a difference between those people who can make a great thing with a very limited budget and having unlimited money.
Yeah, unlimited is a little much, but still.
No, I mean, like, Phantom Pain versus literally anything. So nice.
In the meantime, there was then that other pony that came, and it's like, oh, there's something that doesn't really fit my complexion. And then she's like, oh, well, I was working on this other dress. It's not finished, but if you really like it, I'd be happy to finish it for you. And she's able to, like, get that spark back in herself from, like, being able to create things for people, for these, like, individual ponies, not just on this mass assembly line thing. It's great, and I love it.
Yeah. Maybe she's not cut out for Canterlot business.
No. Her clothing and her designs are clearly cut out for Canterlot, but Canterlot isn't ready for her, so to speak. I don't know. That may be...
See, I feel like you're skewing it as by default because this person came in and ran the business this way. That's how it should work. When you also have to realize every single business she's worked with has failed, probably because she's done the same thing with every single business.
There's also that implication. And
not necessarily they've failed, but she's been fired every single time, so that would be a failure in her eyes. Even though she could have been very successful, done those same things, get those same trend-ish kind of things going, which is very successful in the business, obviously, because she keeps on doing it.
Yes, but then, like, artists will be like, oh, you're impeding on my vision. Fuck
artistic freedom!
No, get out of my face! And like, oh, then I failed. I've made them shitloads of money. I got their name out there. I got their dress on the line.
And destroyed their craft in the process.
Except for when she got fired, who knows what happened to their craft? They didn't say the business failed. She failed in her eyes. So their business could be fucking booming at this point.
Yeah.
Because they used her as a stepping stone to get their name out there, because she helped them, in a sense.
There's a lot of places out there that kind of do that sometimes, and it's really, I don't know, fun, interesting, cool. I don't know.
She's a trend seeker. Yes, it can be a negative aspect in a character, which is fine. But she's not doing it out of malice or hatred.
She's not doing it out of malice,
doing it for
but
success.
That doesn't mean she's not in the wrong, Medi. That's the thing. She was in the wrong, and that's one thing I really like about this episode.
Who wasn't in the wrong this episode? No one! You keep on arguing that Sassy Saddles was in the wrong. Yes, there were things she was in the wrong about, but Rarity was also in the wrong for things.
How so?
Which thing?
She was not a manager at all in the slightest.
That's why
she was not the employer at all in the slightest. She was acting like an employee. And technically, she let herself be acted upon that way. And
again, like I said, Rarity,
when she was the employee, guess what? The manager takes control. That's what a manager's job is.
Put your fucking hoof down. If you don't like how things are going, she's your employee.
Just say it.
So,
But no, that's not what generosity would do.
well,
Doesn't
generosity
even
would be
make
like,
sense.
hey,
That doesn't
I
have
wanna give
anything
as
to do
best
with
as possible,
anything.
and you're not letting me give as best as possible, so we need to
No,
change something.
generosity has nothing to do with the situation at all in the slightest.
Yeah, I know that,
Exactly.
but I was just using
Not
that
in the
excuse
slightest.
as a
Wait a
joke
second,
excuse.
Not in the slightest.
Way to go.
I was using it as a joke excuse.
God damn it, Maddie.
So mummified, it's not your fault because you just didn't understand.
Boom.
Medi,
go.
stop baiting mummified.
Yeah, it's just kind of like when people are like, "Oh, but that's not loyal." So Rainbow Dash wouldn't have done that.
It's not true lawful good, right? Whatever. It's
Oh, yeah,
Loyalty had nothing to do with the situation at all in the slightest.
And then, fucking fairy tale ending for Rarity here.
Yeah. She gets to tell the customer no, and she
She-
feels super happy about
She
it.
gets to do everything her own way, and then everything goes all right.
Rarity got her groove back. Yay!
And then she married the prince.
and
then,
happily
uh,
ever after.
And then Tumblr showed up to celebrate the
end.
feminist domination.
I really like that pony. I like the fact that they were able to work that in somehow, though it did nothing to do with the plot.
Wait, work in the fat pony? How did they didn't work it in, they threw it in.
Well, yes, that is true. I mean,
Well,
I don't
they
know.
did-
I don't know.
they
Commander,
did, like-
did you see her? I don't think they could throw her.
Yeah, it was kind of a thing.
Fucking
And then,
snap.
like, apparently there was a thing earlier in the season.
yeah, and thanks for the memories. That's the pony that was inside the locker.
Yeah, I
She
never
looked a
saw
lot
that.
less fat in that one.
Yeah, she looked a lot less fat.
Just put on some fucking weight, spent too much time on Tumblr.
Hey,
Snap, oh snap, oh snap.
She's too busy eating
Also-
all those hay burgers and hay fries.
Also, that was all the way in Cloudsdale? Why?
Maybe she's a Pegasus, but we can't see her wings.
maybe her significant other is a Pegasus, and she lives below Cloudsdale? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, maybe she does have a significant other, and that or special sun pony who lives in Cloudsdale, and just like, oh, I love my girl, and she puts the postage stamp in there. And it's like, that's a little. I didn't get. Okay, gotta get a bigger locker. Display this picture.
Okay.
My genetics.
Sure, why not? So, anything else you guys wanted to touch on about this episode? How well you would feel? Any other topics?
I don't know. I
Brief
felt like
ins-
I still feel like that Sassy Saddles was in the wrong in some sense, but she did nothing wrong.
I don't think she's not like a villain, obviously. And I'm not gonna try to make it out like she's some like evil person. I know she wasn't being an evil person. I just think that she was kind of being like a dick. Was she doing
Business-
What she thought was she doing what she thought she was right? Maybe. I'm not gonna debate that. I just think she was being a dick, and I think that it was good that she then decided to like view things from a different perspective, and then can run the shop later.
Yeah,
and
luckily-
try to grow as a character and become a character that I actually would like.
Luckily for this universe, that just seems to work when you just be yourself all of a sudden.
Yeah, just be yourself.
Hypothetical
Sadly,
moral idealism. It is a children's show teaching morals.
Whatever.
It's a good thing it's not trying to teach the real world, because it'd be failing badly.
Yep.
I mean, sometimes it works. It very much doesn't most of the time, though.
Yes. Quite. So, I think that is good enough for this week's episode of That Pony Show. It feels good to be back, guys. It's been a long while. It's been a good...
What the fuck did Twilight even do this episode?
Dick all nothing.
The episode wasn't about Twilight. It wasn't about any of the main six aside from Rarity.
But Twilight's the biggest issue in this episode.
The main
all
six
her
left.
If she
It's all her fault. The
If
end.
she didn't
My
model
answer-
the dress, Twilight ruined another pony's life. If she didn't, model.
If Twilight didn't do exactly what was asked of her to be a good friend, it's not
then
like she
yeah,
would have
nothing
expected
bad
that.
would have happened. There would have been no issues.
And you want to know
Can we
whose
move
idea
on?
it probably was?
Can we move on?
I don't know, I
Why?
kind of like this.
Sassy Sass.
Can we move on?
I thought it was
sure, why not?
Rarity's idea to have her demo the dress.
So anyway, that has been us talking about Canterlot Boutique. Next week we'll be back for Rarity Investigates. Sounds like it should be a pretty fun show. So, in the meantime, this has been That Pony Show, hosted by me, Mummified Thunderbirds, and I've been joined by...
Commander Sparkle.
Medibobo.
And smooth sailing.
And we'll see you all next time.